You're listening to The Bountiful Yogi, a podcast where soul meets practice and where we explore what it means to live, lead, and love from a place of deep alignment. I'm Heather, and I created this space as part of Sea Life as a Muse, a platform for storytelling, healing, and embodiment for people who feel deeply and are doing their best to live with intention. Whether you're a seeker, a healer, a teacher, a creative, or someone simply navigating the world with an open heart, I'm so glad you're here. However you got here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. It means the world to me that you're here. These episodes are meant to be short and digestible, little pockets of perspective. And if you feel inclined, you can read the blog that inspired today's episode at sealifeasamuse.com or on Substack. Let's take a breath together and begin. Today we're diving into a topic that comes up in conversations negatively: retrograde. What it is and what it isn't. It's a topic that some people use as a reason to explain why things feel weird or go wrong. They use the word retrograde negatively, almost like an excuse for when things go awry. Time and time again, I hear people say things like, oh, it's retrograde. That's why everything is going wrong. And I get it. Technology glitches, miscommunications, travel plans going sideways, or just feeling off. Retrograde often gets blamed for all of it. When I first heard someone talk about retrograde, I thought it was all about bad luck, almost like Friday the 13th or some other superstitious thing, like you shouldn't leave the house, make decisions, or even interact with others. But over the years, I've come to see it differently. Retrograde isn't something to fear. It's not a cosmic curse or a period of doom. Instead, it's a natural rhythm, an invitation to pause, reflect, and realign. So, what is retrograde anyway? In astrology, when a planet is said to be retrograde, it means that from our perspective on Earth, it appears to move backward in the sky. It's an optical illusion caused by the way our orbits intersect. The planet isn't actually moving backward, it just looks that way from where we are. That slowing down or reversing is what makes retrograde periods feel unusual, and it's that unfamiliar energy that often leads people to label retrograde as negative. But really, it's just a natural pause, a moment to step back, notice what's happening, and reconsider before moving forward. Retrograde often gets blamed whenever life feels off. Communication breaks down, travel plans go wrong, technology glitches. It's easy to say, oh, it's retrograde, that's why. And while these things do happen, retrograde isn't the cause. It's a mirror asking us to slow down, check in, and reassess. Think of it as a nudge from the universe, reminding us that sometimes we're pushing too hard, moving too fast, or avoiding reflection. Let me share a personal story. During Mercury retrograde a few years ago, I was working on a project for work that kept running into obstacles. Drafts weren't saving, computer glitches popped up, and I had to go check in with someone in their office because they hadn't returned a call. Their response? I never got the message, it must be retrograde. At first, I felt frustrated, but then I paused. Instead of pushing ahead, I double-checked every detail, revisited old conversations, and cleared up misunderstandings that had been lingering. By the end of the period, the project was back on track. My communication had improved, and I avoided bigger issues down the road. Retrograde wasn't the problem. It was the opportunity I hadn't noticed at first. When I originally wrote my blog on retrograde back in January 2025, Mercury was in retrograde. That period gave me the chance to reflect on communication, details, and old habits, the kind of pause retrograde encourages. Right now, until October 22nd, 2025, we are in Mars retrograde. Mars rules action, motivation, and desire. This period invites us to slow down and ask, are my goals aligned with my actions? Am I acting intentionally or just pushing forward automatically? but it's not just Mercury or Mars. Other planets go retrograde too. Venus retrograde can make us reflect on relationships, money, and self-worth. Jupiter retrograde encourages deep reflection on growth, beliefs, and personal vision. Saturn retrograde asks us to examine structure, responsibility, and long-term plans. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto retrograde are slower moving, so their influence is more subtle, often bringing inner reflection and slow transformation over weeks or months. Looking ahead to the end of 2025 and into 2026, astrologers are noting a few key retrograde periods. November 2025, Venus retrograde begins, inviting us to revisit relationships and financial decisions. December 2025, Mercury will move retrograde again. Perfect timing to slow down on communication-heavy tasks during the holiday season. Early 2026, Jupiter and Saturn will continue their long retrograde phases, nudging reflection on personal growth and responsibility as we step into the new year. So, how can we use retrograde to our advantage? Here are some things to try. Reassess your goals. Are you still headed in the right direction? Pause and check in. Resolve lingering issues, unfinished projects, unresolved conversations, or old emotional baggage. Retrograde gives space to address what's been left behind. Reflect on your inner world. Check in with your thoughts and emotions. What patterns need attention? What beliefs are holding you back? Strengthen clarity and communication. Listen more deeply, express yourself clearly, and be intentional in your words and actions. Instead of dreading retrograde, see it as a cosmic pause, a chance to slow down, reflect, and recalibrate. When we embrace it this way, retrograde becomes a tool for growth, insight, and transformation. Next time retrograde rolls around, instead of asking, "Why is everything going wrong?" try asking, "What is this time asking me to notice? How can I use this moment to realign with my path?" Retrograde isn't something to fear, it's an invitation to pause, reflect, and step forward with greater clarity and intention. Before we wrap up, let's take a few moments to pause and breathe, honoring the energy of retrograde. Find a comfortable seat and close your eyes if that feels good. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Hold it gently for a 4 count. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Inhale again, filling your lungs fully. And release, letting go of tension. One more deep breath in and slowly out. Bring your awareness to your heart. Imagine a soft light there, a place of clarity and calm. Let this light remind you that you can pause, reflect, and realign, just like the planets. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, carrying this sense of calm and intentionality into your day. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear how it lands. You can find me and the full community over at Sea Life as a Muse on Substack, Blue Sky, and Discord. That's where I share weekly reflections, voice notes, meditations, and behind-the-scenes thoughts on this journey of healing and alignment. You can also read the blog that inspired this episode and explore more ways to engage with this work at sealifeasamuse.com or Substack. The link is in the description. This podcast is part of that living library, rooted in story, shaped by practice, and led by heart. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Until next time, stay bountiful. And always see life as a muse.